We are live. Good evening, everyone. Ramadan Kareem, and so delighted to have this live call once again with you guys. I hope you can catch up with this call, whether in live or in replay. Tonight, we are talking about how to use Ramadan to disrupt and snap out of a bad habit that we think is no longer serving us, or you want simply to let go of once and for good. So today, that's my goal. Today is I'm going to show you a step-by-step process. In fact, a five-point process that if you follow, you can actually use this amazing time of Ramadan to snap out of that bad habit. First of all, good evening, everyone. Say hello, say hi. Let me see who is in here with me tonight. Hello, hello. Oh, wow, the salams are from Florida are in here. And Ziba is here. Thank you so much, my friend. How is Florida? How are you doing? I know you are still fasting. So, yeah, hang in there. We just had our iftar here in Riyadh. So, amazing times. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Continue to say hi, to say hello, and just chime in and take part in the conversation, in the discussion. Tell us what you are learning, what you are retaining from this. Do not shy away from doing that. And yeah, amazing, everyone. Okay, now before I start talking about snapping out of that habit, let me start by something that really differentiate the people who show up, the people who are going somewhere, and those who do not. And I always talk about success, and success is a system and a secret, and success always leaves the clues. It always leaves the clues, and the people who are in here, they are leaving a lot of clues about them. Salman Tahir, hello everyone. Okay, so what is, and I talk a lot about, what makes some people successful, uh, however they define it. Okay, now I'm sharing with you something I read, and I said, Ahmed Morrison, hello, and good evening. Something that really differentiate between the people who achieve. Let's not perhaps label successful or not, but the people who achieve, like you meet them this year, they are here. You meet them next year, they are here. You meet them 5 years from now, they are here. And it seems like they have a trajectory of where they are going. So those are the people we are talking we are talking about. Amazing. So we already eat your breakfast, Salman Tahar. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Nice. Today I want to talk about the excusities, the excusities disease. The excusities disease. What is it? And I'm reading from the magic of thinking big. The magic of thinking big, of course, you know this book. I talked a lot about it, and I summarized it in previous sessions and everything. But the excusities disease, it's a disease. So as you can hear from the Latin word, there is the word excuse. So excusities, meaning excuse, meaning these are the people who always have an excuse for everything. Oh, I didn't do it because, oh, I had to do it because, oh, I didn't do it because of this, I didn't reach this goal because of this. Rania Ubaid, hello, good evening. Yes, it's an amazing book, and even though it's a bit of an oldie book, I always keep referring back to it. So the excusities is disease. It's always having an excuse for everything that we did not achieve, we did not accomplish, we could not do, and everything. So that is that. Let me read. Go deep into your study of people, and you will discover unsuccessful people suffer in mind deadening thought disease. We call this disease excusitis. And every failure has this disease in its advanced form. And most average persons have at least a mild case of it. You will discover that excusitis explains the difference between the person who is going places and the fellow who is barely holding his own. You will find that the more successful the individual, the less inclined he is to make excuse. The more successful, the less inclined to make excuses. Okay? But the fellow who has gone nowhere and has no plans for getting anywhere always has a book full of reasons to explain why. Okay? Persons with mediocre accomplishments are quick to explain why they haven't, why they don't, why they can't, and why they aren't. This is so good. And as I was saying, I was reading the chapter on the excusitis syndrome. So, study yourself. Am I giving excuses for everything I do, or what? So this is like really a good space for me to expand on our subject for today, because always when we say, oh, Ramadan is a good time to get started to do something, and they say, no, Ramadan, that's time for spirituality, that's time for praying and backing off on everything, and so on and so forth. And I always say Ramadan is innocent. Ramadan has nothing to do with it. In fact, I am a real proponent and a great advocate that Ramadan is the best time for us to make any change. So Ramadan is not an excuse. So if you have this excusitis of, oh, it's Ramadan time and it's not supposed to be after Ramadan, after Eid, after family time, after this and after this, I will be doing that. You will be giving in to excuses. And guess what? These excuses, they are coming from the survival mind. The survival mind wants to keep us in the comfort zone. It could be Ramadan, it could be Christmas, it could be Easter, it could be a Hijri year, it could be anything. An excuse is an excuse. It has nothing to do with the decision. Ramadan is not an excuse. It's a good enough reason. Absolutely. I love it. Muhammad Ibrahim is here. So thank you everyone for joining me. We're talking about how we can use Ramadan to disrupt a bad habit, or a habit simply. It could be like a habit that is not bad, but you say it's high time that I upgrade to the next level up. So absolutely. So tonight I'm going to talk about the 5 steps for disrupting a habit, for weeding out a habit and replacing it by something else. Nothing stops us unless we want to. I love it. I love it. So now we've been through more than a week, 1 week through Ramadan, and we've gotten kind of in the swing of things in terms of our habits. We even if we are a coffee person or a tea person, and we might have those little things at the first few days, now we are off, and we pulled out of the hold of the caffeine or the tea or anything. So now really is a good time really is a good time because you establish some new habits, even of sleeping time and waking up time and suhoor time and no breakfast in the morning and iftar at one time. So we kind of gotten in the swing of things, and it's very, very interesting how we made this shift or a change quite quickly. And that in and by itself tells us that it is a habit. Marwan al-Zawahra, good evening, the power of now. Hello, hello, everyone. So now to snap out of a bad habit, let's suppose we, for example, we want to get in shape, but somehow we cannot get ourselves to commit to doing some physical activity, or to go to the gym, or to walk every day or something. You say, where do I start? Where do I start? Now, the first thing, does it make sense, everyone? Can you see, can you, are you with me? Are you with me, everyone? Yeah. Hello, I have a gentleman or a lady here. I think it's Turkish. I'll make a point of reading the translation of these notes in Turkish. So now we are talking about disrupting, using Ramadan to disrupt a habit. For example, going to the gym, you say, oh, how can you say we can start going to the gym in Ramadan? It's time consuming and it's health consuming, and my body will be thirsty and I will lose a lot of water, and it's not a good time because this is family time and people will be visiting in the evening, and we have a lot of guests during all those beautiful and amazing excuses, right? Amazing, amazing. So, what is the first thing that we can do to disrupt? And notice I'm using the word disrupt, disrupt in this because it is a habit. So, the first thing you are going to notice is that this habit of not going to gym is deeply anchored in a mental program. This is called a paradigm, or a combination of thoughts you have about your weight, your body, your family, anatomy and characteristics and everything that makes up your view of yourself. It's like a mental program. Like, for example, oh, in my family, our shape is like this. Oh, in the family, we have a little belly. All of us have a little belly. This is from my mom, or this is from my dad, or this is from, and then it's combined with, oh, our diet contains carbs, so we cannot get rid of it easily, or it could be a lot of things. What I suggest as a first step, so this is point one in the 5 pointer process. So point one to disrupt the habit is, do not try do not try to overhaul the entire mental program. You come one day and you say, I am going I'm going to take care of my body and I'm going to be in good shape. I'm going to the gym and I'm going to run 2 miles every day, and I am going to stop eating carbs, and I am going to visit the nutritionist every month. Wow, this is amazing. And in fact, in an ideal world, our plan should contain all of this. However, we are not in that situation. Because why? Because we cannot change habits intellectually. That's an intellectual exercise. The way you do it, you say, after Ramadan, I'm going to the nutritionist, I'm going to do a membership at the gym, and I'm going to run 2 miles every day in the morning around the block, and I am going to stop eating carbs. It's a nice plan. It's a legit plan, but it's very easy for our mind to overturn this mental program, because it's too big of a program, of a mental program, and your mind is easily going to find an excuse out of it. So you say, how do we get started? To snap out of bad habit, never try to change the whole thing. We gonna disrupt the programming with one single one small step. You see what I mean? So first thing, don't try to overhaul the entire thing. The second thing, what we are going to do is we are going to identify the one small habit that we are going to introduce in our system. For example, to continue with the example of the gym and taking care of our health. We say, what is one small thing I can commit to every day? Is it the nutritionist? Is it the gym? Is it the running 2 miles around the block every day? Or is it cutting carbs? For me personally, I found cutting carbs the easiest. The easiest. It was a small thing. It was a small thing that I decided to inject in my daily routine. So what I did, every time I see bread or I see something, I just push it aside and continue eating everything in the regular portions and everything, but making as if I haven't seen it. Just push it aside. So, and it wasn't categorical, like no at all. No, I would eat small portions. I would eat a small portion in the morning, or another small portion in the evening, but not like before, right? So for me, this is the piece that gotten me, started on disrupting the process. I didn't try to do anything else, just that. And in 3 months, I was shocked the other day. I put myself on the scale and I was shocked because I wasn't doing literally anything else. Recently, like of 2 weeks ago, I started introducing other things. But previously, it was just the carb, just the bread, you know. And I noticed 15 pounds have gone, and honest to god, I have no idea where they've gone, but I released them. I didn't lose them, I released them because I don't want them to come back, and exactly from where they should go. So that's one thing. If for the gym, for example, if it's for example, you can say, I'm going to do a membership at the gym, and it's enough for me to drive or go to the gym and show up at the gym, even if you don't do any exercise. And this is very, very interesting. The latest research is indicating this, is that if you drive to the gym and don't exercise for, it's enough, because it creates the habit. So driving or walking to the gym every day and then moving forward in your day or in your life can go a long way into establishing the new habit. So it's enough that you think about going to the gym, going there, and even if you don't exercise, or you do a small exercise, or you do a 5 minute treadmill, or you do, that's enough. You, my friend, have started the process of disrupting the habit, and you keep doing it. Let's say for to keep doing it every day, or keep doing it every other day, or keep doing it every week. The main thing is you choose a time, and you choose a time where every time it's that time, automatically you pick yourself up and you go to the gym. You walk in there and you walk out of there. You walk in there, you walk out of there. You walk in there, you walk out of there. And guess what? You will wake up one day and you will go in there and you say, I'm going to do 5 minutes treadmill. I'm going to do 10 minutes elliptical. Or I'm going to. And then, my friend, you put the seed of exercising in your subconscious mind. So identify the habit that that you don't want anymore, and then identify the habit that you want to replace instead. Keystone habit for me, it was setting the alarm for 5 a.m. Here we go, the 5 a.m. club. And going outside, either running or walking for about 40 minutes. I love it. So it was alarm goes off and then reach for the running shoes and run. Exactly. Absolutely. Notice, guys, we don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time. It's like this is a race. This is a competition between us and the mental program that is running our life. So you have 5 seconds, exactly 5 seconds, to either disrupt the habit or not. So if the alarm goes off and you say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you don't take action, you're toast, my friend. You're toast, and the survival fight or flight will say, oh, today we are tired. Yesterday we stayed up late with the family, and I have every right to sleep 8 hours to be healthy. There's research. You need 8 hours of sleep. Boom. The mental program is back. You see what I mean? So it's like what we have here. Every time the Nasruddin Abdel Karim, hi, I wish you are doing fine. I'm doing great, Mr. Nasruddin. How are you? Good evening. You reduce sugar intake in tea. Absolutely. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Okay. I love it. I love it. So let's recap. Don't try to overhaul the entire thing. Identify the habit. Identify the habit, not the whole program, not the whole package, just one habit that you want to put aside, and immediately replace it by something you want to see happen in your life. Okay? So you have the big program, for example, the big mental program, which is, for example, health or a better position or anything. No snooze. Get up with the alarm. Snooze affirms the wrong thing and does nothing. You will not feel rested. You will just be stressed later and frustrated with yourself. Absolutely, 100%. I don't even know why they created the snooze button. It's a procrastination button. The procrastination button. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, step one, don't try to overhaul the entire program. Two, so choose just one small habit. Two, identify a small habit you want to put aside. Okay? And then say, what's the opposite of it? Okay, so it's, for example, coffee, and now I want to move to green tea with no sugar, for example. So start building your thoughts about why you need to move to green tea without sugar. Research green tea and research the many flavors you can get for green tea with lemon, with ginger, with this. It's amazing. And then you are going to see that you are building your knowledge base for making the replacement happen, and you would be surprised. So now every time I decline dessert by picturing where it could lead to. Good thought. Good thought. Amazing. I love it. Yes. Now, writing writing down exactly where you could be if you stick long enough in that habit can go a long way. And to do that, start a journaling, start writing about this. Say, this habit I want to get rid of. Why do I do it? Always think of consequences. So number one, when you write why you want to change this habit, think about these three questions. Number one, why do I do it? Why do I do it? Why do I, like, every time I want to cut down on sugar, then I don't do it? Why every time I want to feel better in my body and everything, I don't do it? Why is it every time I say I'm going to research my industry and see opportunities for getting better, then I don't do it? I say, oh, there are no opportunities or whatever. And then the second one, where did I get it from? Where did I get this habit from? Where did it come from? Is it my own choice? Was it my own decision to acquire this habit? Was it my own decision to do? So why do I do it? Number one. And second, was it my own decision to do it? And the third thing, what evidence do I have that it is a good habit? What evidence do I have? What evidence do I have that consuming sugar is a good habit? What evidence do I have that hitting the snooze button is a good habit? What evidence do I have that running in the morning, does not help? So resource yourself, right? The next thing, so we said these are, 3 steps. Now step 4, track down your progress. Track down your progress. Because without measurement, we are going nowhere. Your mind is going to tell you, oh, you are the same. There is nothing happening. You are the same. So if you are on a process of cutting sugar, make sure you are assessing the progress. If you are cutting on carbs, make sure you are progressing. You are tracking, keep metrics, track down, scale yourself, and everything. And clothes can be great measurement measurement rods for us to measure our success, whether we fit in them or not. It could be a great thing. Consequences are evidence. Oh yeah. And then step 5, celebrate the wins. Celebrate your wins, even if it's 300 grams or 500 grams or a pound that is gone. Celebrate your wins. Remember, we are always beating ourselves. We are always thinking of ourselves as less than the others. We're always comparing and generally putting ourselves down. So celebrate your wins and never underestimate anything related to that. Well, I hope you, let's see, tracking will change your life. You can't improve what we can't measure. Absolutely. So keep going, keep journaling, keep writing, keep reaffirming. And then whatever you decide, write it in lipstick, on the mirror in the bathroom or in your bedroom. Post it everywhere. Do a screensaver with the decision you've taken. Put it as a screensaver on your computer, and every time you open your computer, it's right there, in front of you. And small steps. It's the thing. It's about the one thing we do every day. It's a small thing. I told you, it's just driving to the gym and coming back. It's not doing all the hard work and the effort and everything. And it can go a long way into getting what you want. Well, Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I love it from the dessert people to the. Thank you, everyone. And I can't stress enough the importance of gratitude. You notice I sprinkle gratitude everywhere I go, and being grateful even for the smallest win that you have. And talking about gratitude, if you haven't grabbed your gratitude ebook, there is an ebook for gratitude for professionals, and it's actually a technique that you can use for upgrading your career or changing or going like improving your health condition or a relationship or a lifestyle or anything. The way you do one thing is the way we do everything. I always say the way we do one thing is the way we do everything. So you're going to notice when you take that one small step, that every morning at 6 in the morning, I'm going to drive to the gym and come back. You are going to notice that the way, if you stay consistent with it and do it consistently, even though you haven't exercised, or it's going to transfer to all other aspects of your life. Why? Because when you say something, when you do something, there's the other part of our mind that is listening, and it's either believing you when you say I'm going to do it, and you do it, and it's going to believe you, and it's going to show you signs that you are on the right track, or it's going to say, you know what, she makes the promises every time and she never fulfills them, so I'm not going to believe her. You see what I mean? This is about holding ourselves accountable, and this is about making our mind believe that we are serious about the change this time around. Well, thank you everyone for joining in. Rania, thank you. Mohammed Ibrahim, Ziba, everyone. Hashtag gratitude if you want your copy of the ebook on gratitude for professionals. So hashtag gratitude, and we'll make a point of sending it to you. Be in control of yourself no matter what. Don't practice slavery to anything. I love it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great, great rest of evening. Bye bye.